Hey, what's up, everybody? BDF44 here again to update you guys on what's going on with free agency. Just to round up the evening. Well, some surprises here, to be honest with you. First thing we're going to mention here is Semi Ojeleye. He's going to the Bucks for a one-year deal. It's a guy who was with the Celtics. They drafted him, I think, in the back of the first round or something like that a few years back. They have never really had the role for him, but when he's come in, he gives strong, sturdy minutes. I'm not sure what his strengths and weaknesses are, but with PJ Tucker leaving the Bucks to head to Miami, this is a guy, Semi Ojeleye, who has a similar body size, a body type that they can throw at people, a defensive type guy that should be able to kind of give them another strong body to help around in the paint. So that's my understanding of Semi Ojeleye. Other than that, I'm not really sure, so I couldn't tell you much. But Nicholas Batum is headed back to the Clips on a 2-year deal. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander got the max with the Thunder. They got him at 172 for 5 years. So congratulations to Shai. Super happy about that. This is a player that they were shopping around, it seemed, trying to see if they could trade him for Cade Cunningham or something. There was a lot of stupid rumors going on out there. They made no sense to me. I sounded off about it quite a bit. This makes more sense to me. This is more reasonable. He's a player that you pay, not somebody that you trade. Simple as that. So this is the right decision by the Thunder, and I think their future looks as bright as anybody in the entire league with the picks that they have, the young core that they have, the types of players that they've drafted, picking up guys like Kemba Walker. They've done some good things. I gotta say, the Thunder are probably not going to be a winning team this year necessarily, but they have a bunch of players on that floor that can do a lot of good things for them. So look for them to be big players in the future. So also want to give a shout out to Trae Young, of course, who also is signing a $207 $207 million super max with the Atlanta Hawks, as mentioned in a previous video. So yeah, that's clarified. He's getting the whole kit and caboodle, the absolute maximum amount of money he can make in the NBA. Trae Young has picked up that kind of contract, so that is awesome. Those two guys, Shai and Trae, congratulations. Ben McLemore is headed to the Blazers on a 1-year deal. That's a tough one for my Lakers because we were hoping to kind of bring him back at a very, very cheap deal to hopefully shoot the ball for us. But he's going to be taking his services to the Blazers. That's a real shooter right there, man. We're going to miss him. Trey Lyles is going to be signing a 2-year, $5 million deal with the Detroit Pistons, so the Pistons get even more help in the front court. The Pistons are so deep, man. They're making the playoffs. I'm telling you, they got a squad, man. People aren't really understanding what they're putting together, but I'm watching them. They have something there, and it's a lot. Gabe Vincent is headed back to the Heat. I think he was with them previously. I'm not certain. For $3.5 million. Not really familiar with the player. And this is the news. This is the big news. Spencer Dinwiddie is headed to the Wizards. They have not said what the deal framework is as of yet, but the word is that they are closing in on a deal. So that deal is not yet signed, unlike the rest of these, but it's looking like they're going to agree right at any point now, at any moment now. So yeah, Spencer Dinwiddie goes to the Wiz. I like what the Wizards are doing, man. I keep telling people. What they're doing is putting themselves in a position to have young players, interchangeable players in different positions. They're not too good to where they're going to make the playoffs and mess up any chance of them not getting their draft picks. And their books, the contracts that they have, seem to be reasonable. The only real max player they have on their roster right now is obviously Bradley Beal. And he seems to be dead set on staying there. So there are not many positions a GM would rather be in than the Washington Wizards right now, in my opinion. They just have to continue to try to do the Celtics Thunder thing and try to, secretly start to hoard some picks. uh, because what they want to do is have trade equity. Because you want to be able to turn this thing around quickly if you're them. You don't want to wait 4 or 5 years. You want to be able to take the pieces that you have, develop them, and then pull a Lakers and trade them away for a superstar. You got to keep Bradley Beal in contention. You don't want to make him wait no 5 years to turn this thing around. But the foundation and the framework for them to do something of that nature is possible based on the decisions that they're making right now. And I'm paying attention. So that's what they got, man. That's what's going on here. Spencer Dinwiddie, I'm pretty sure they're going to pay him. No, he's going to make some money, but he's coming off injury, and I don't think it's going to matter. That's a very talented basketball player, and they don't have any expectations for their team. So, like I said, they're not looking to make the playoffs, in my opinion. If anything, it's just about developing that young core, and they got a lot of young pieces that they like a lot. So, yeah, keep an eye on them. So, now, what are we doing? We're waiting on Dennis Schroeder's market to open up. And to be honest with you, I'm not sensing anything at all. I'm not sensing anything. The Knicks are a team that once had interest. I clicked on something where their local guys were talking about how they would be willing to try to bring him in, if they had a choice, but not at the price that he's asking for whatever that's worth. Who knows? Nothing, maybe. I keep looking at New Orleans, but they just traded for Devontae Graham. I think they're set. They signed him to a 4-year deal. So I don't think they're looking for a point guard right now. They got Satoransky. They got the rookie that they drafted last year. I think they're set. I don't know where this man going, y'all. He may have to come back to the Lakers. He may have to. He may have to take our mid-level or something. Man. I think right now what's happening though is a guy like Dennis Schroeder should just be a little patient. This is a hard pill to swallow. Drag it out a little bit, I think. I think my senses are telling me that his value is a little too low today. It's free agency day. Everybody's reacting to what it is they're trying to do really, 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 really quickly. Pieces are falling in place. Once DeMar DeRozan is clear on what he's doing, that will really help the market kind of settle down a bit. Because I think a lot of people are still trying to make sure they squeeze as much money as humanly possible, just in case he chooses them. That's what I think is happening there. And there may be a few other names like that as well that may be out there that I'm not thinking about, but he's the main one. Once he gets paid, I think Schroeder can get paid. The problem is, as I said in the previous video, I think he's waiting on Schroeder. I think he wants what and the Sacramento Kings are obviously in waiting mode too, because they're willing to trade Buddy Hield to us if we can bring back some value to them, and they don't want Schroeder, which makes all the sense in the world because they got too many guards themselves. So the Chicago situation is done. He can't go there. The Wizards situation is done. He can't go there. The Knicks, maybe. I'm telling y'all, I don't see nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. Clippers don't have no money for that. They're trying to take care of Kawhi. Golden State Warriors, they ain't even looking in that direction. I mean, I can't think of any teams just running through the landscape. Even some of the teams that have money have point guards. Wow. So we'll see what happens with Dennis Schroeder, man. This is like I said, he should just be patient, see what happens over the next day or two. Don't rush into signing a deal that looks so bad. Kind of position yourself, if anything, to take a 1-year deal if things continue to dry. Just take a 1-year deal, try it again. Play up your value. Because at the end of the day, this is a player who's fluent in mostly any system. It's not like he has any glaring deficiencies or anything that would stand out. As long as he continues to drive at the basket, hit free throws, make his open threes, which is stuff that he pretty much does pretty well. He's not going to be looked to defend. He's not looked to facilitate. And he's able to give you some assist numbers. He's able to give you some rebounding numbers. So it's like, a guy like that has played his way into such a position to where he would even be offered $20 million a year, like the Lakers were giving him earlier in the season that he turned down. So your talent got you there. Your mouth got you in trouble. You got to cough up you have to choke up the understanding that this season is probably going to be as it is. Take a 1-year deal, run somewhere, run crazy, do what it is you do best, stay healthy, and get paid next season. When the market's kind of back around to seeing you, when it's a different set of free agents in the free agent pool, because that has a lot to do with things as well. Who just won, how they just won, that kind of stuff. People are not really looking for Dennis Schröder. So he's being severely undervalued. But you're seeing that a lot. Everybody's a prisoner of the moment because it really doesn't have nothing to do with true value. It has more to do with market value. Since everybody's trying to manage their cap and everything, you just can't bring everybody in. You know what I mean? And a guy like Dennis Schröder, looking for the type of money that he is, you're looking at a player who may be unhappy with you. You're looking at a player who you're always going to be at odds with because you never see him the same way he sees himself. So nobody wants to bring that in. No one wants that in their locker room, including us. And quite frankly, we already have our eye on one player and one player only right now. That's Buddy Hield. So I don't know how we swing Buddy Hield if Dennis Schröder can't find a suitor that will pay him anything. And the longer this drags out, the less likely he finds one that'll pay him what we need him to be paid. So this is a nightmare. This is a nightmare. Not only for Dennis Schröder, but for the Lakers as well. It's a nightmare. Because we may have to bring back this player and he don't fit here. That's not who we need playing shooting guard. Russell Westbrook's definitely not playing shooting guard. We need a more traditional shooting guard to kind of stabilize what it is we do, a catch and shoot kind of guy. And we obviously can't trade him for anybody like that because he has no market, as we said. So our best bet is maybe bring him back in, play half a season with him, trade him at the deadline if this continues to be this way. Maybe we can get Buddy at the deadline for him when he plays his value up. Maybe we can try this again. That's what it's starting to look like. Yeah, that's what it's starting to look like. So that's that, man. Thank you guys for watching. My name is BDO44, and I'm out.